are the two important things for any activity what we are doing. Very important. So why we think the reaction? The reaction could be good reaction or reaction could be bad reaction. That's the reason Krishna has mentioned here that it's unaffected by sinful action as the lotus leaf. He has given example of lotus leaf. We discussed what is the specialty of lotus leaf? Correct. It glides off. Why it glides off? Because it is wax. It has a wax that actually protects. So it has a special condition. That condition makes sure that it doesn't get wet. So if we do these two things, not attachment and surrender, we will also have that special coating, that wax around us, which will help us to glide off what into reaction or any reaction. What happens with good reaction? Somebody can come back and say, why do you worry about good reaction? Let it come. So to enjoy that, you have to again come. But you're in, right? Very important. Alright. We'll go. This will build up on the next few verses. Go to next question. So before we go to next verse, I want to ask now, we understood we are not getting attached. We have to surrender everything. So why should we do that? Yeah, I'll repeat again. The question is that now we know you don't have to attach. You don't have to get attached. You have to work unattached. Also, you have to surrender the result. So, question is why should we work? Why should we act? Correct. It will differ. So what? Right. Correct. Right. But my question is why to do that service? Why to do that action, activity? To make Krishna happy. Okay. What else? Yeah, you are telling the target, right? What happens? That Krishna will be happy. But why we have to do? But that is not our constitutional position. Our constitutional position is serve Krishna. Right? So we'll see that answer in the next verse. Correct. In fact, in fact, we can see any action which is taking away from Krishna is sinful action. Right? We can take that way. Okay. Sorry. Yes, we don't get attached if we do for Krishna. But my question is why we have to do? Right? You got my question? We will see the answer. Once you know the answer, yeah, we'll know. So let's please repeat after me. Kayena mansa buddhya kevaler indriyar api yoginah karma kurvanti sangam tvektatma shuddhaye. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Please keep that question in mind and you will get the answer. The yogis abandoning attachment act with body mind, intelligence, and even with the senses, only for the purpose of purification. So what is the answer? You purify, right? Okay, we'll read the purport. We'll go in more detail. Yeah. Anybody wants to read the purport? Okay. Half of. So, anybody wants to know perfect stage of Krishna consciousness? So, in this purport, it is given. Question? Yes, Matan, go ahead. When you are talking about self-respect, yeah, yes, correct, that is correct, correct, correct. That is yes. What if what self-respect you are saying? We shouldn't have that self-respect. What Prabhupada is saying, right? You have two things. First time when I heard, first false ego. So I was having that question that why not ego? Why always Prabhupada is saying false ego? So what is false ego? You identifying yourself as body. If you respect that is your self-respect, then we shouldn't have that self-respect. But if we are part and parcel of Krishna, we are servant of Krishna, that self-respect you can have. That is why you might have heard many times it is told that if somebody comes and insults you, that is okay. But if somebody insults devotees, that is not okay. If somebody insults Krishna, that is not okay. Then you can fight, you can do whatever is needed to do. Right? Uh, yes, we will go in detail. That is, I didn't go yet. Correct? Yeah. Karorapi, Sahishnu. Yes. Correct. We, we shouldn't. Correct. But if somebody comes and Everybody, correct. Yeah, you can have for Paramatma, you can accept or expect for Paramatma in your heart. Why you should expect for yourself, right? See, it is related to the previous verses, what we had. Verse number 7. What we said in verse number 7, that if you are in your constitutional position is correct, then you will have everybody as friend and you will see everybody as your friend. So we will not go able to go. So let's spend couple of minutes in this, right? That particular verse, right, number 7, it says, one who works in devotion, who is a pure soul, right? Very important. It says one who works in devotion, who is a pure soul, who controls his mind and senses, is dear to everyone. So we discussed about Vishuddhatma, Vijitatma and Jitendriya. All these three is important. Then what happens? Is dear to everyone and everyone is dear to him. Correct? Yeah. Though always working, such a man is never entangled. That's a distress point. Haribol? Haribol? So if you see that part, yes, if we think about this, that point, somebody can come back and say, how can he be dear to everyone? Right? For example, even for Krishna, so many people were opposite. Right? For Prabhupada, there was so much opposition. Right? So how does that mean this verse is not correct? It says, is dear to everyone. He is not dear to everyone. Does that mean the verse is incorrect? Anybody? No, it doesn't say that, right? It says is dear to everyone. Right? Does that mean it is incorrect? It's very important to understand so that we can go fast further. Right? If you see what we are starting with, the verse is starting with one who works in devotion, who is a pure soul and who controls his mind and senses. Right? All these. So for that person, if you think from that person, right? Just think from, I gave example of who I gave example last time? Yudhishthir Maharaj. From Yudhishthir Maharaj perspective, if you think, is everyone dear to him? Yes. Is he is dear to everyone? From his perspective. From his perspective, does he has any enemy? Was Duryodhan his enemy? From his perspective, everybody was dear to him and everyone was dear to him. Did I say the same thing again? Right? Okay. So everyone, he is dear to everyone from his perspective. Right? Because if you don't think that way, then what you will think about other person? Oh, he is my enemy. If you think that person is thinking about you as enemy, then you have not crossed these three things: Vijitatma, Vishuddhatma and Jitendriya. If you think everybody is loving me, I am loving everybody, then only you will go in that platform. Right? Do you agree? Yeah? So that was the point actually. Yeah? So coming back to, see the time. Don't want to, yeah. Number 11. Now everybody got the answer, right? Purification. Right? Purification from what? So what is purification? Let's go little basic. What is purification? Your question will be answered. Yeah. What is purification? But now what is purification? Correct. Cleaning. Cleansing. What is cleaning of what? Cleaning of what is contaminated. Right? What is contaminated? No. No. No, it is correct. But what is? No. And the mirror, yes, the mirror which shows you what what it shows. Image of what? Yourself. So what is contaminated? What? Right? We went through it last week. Yes, our understanding. What is our understanding? The incorrect understanding? Correct. The false ego, right? Because that understanding is actually contamination. That I am this body, I am not spirit soul, I am not Krishna's servant, I have my own identity, I want to enjoy my identity, right? That is contaminated. So we have to clean that, purify, right? So how we can purify? That is what given here. How we can do that? That activities, what we are doing, these activities, how we should do those activities? Unattached and surrender the results to Krishna. And we might have heard many times these examples, right? Few examples. Maybe I can do that. One example, we talk about gold, right? How we purify gold? Fire. So fire purifies to bring out what? Pure gold. Right? There are many examples when you might have heard in the lectures, read. Right? Any other examples you have? Yeah, you have to. Yeah, even in the material world, you have this situation where you have to struggle, learn to go to the next level. Right? There is beautiful story which I personally like. Is you might have heard this story. Um, everybody knows about caterpillar, right? Caterpillar, how it becomes a butterfly, right? Everybody knows how it does. He, waves a cocoon around it, and then it breaks open. So the way caterpillar looks, then it breaks open. So beautiful it looks, right? Beautiful butterfly. So what happens in one day? One person is looking to the cocoon, and he's seeing that some cocoon is moving because somebody wants to come out. The butterfly wants to come out of the cocoon. So he gets very excited to see that butterfly is coming out, right? Because he never saw that. So the butterfly opens it, breaks it, tries to come. I don't know if anybody saw that in a actual or in a video, but if you get a chance, you can try to find and see. It struggles a lot to come out. Struggles a lot. You see that that you feel how much struggle is there to come out. So it struggles a lot. So it is struggling. It comes. Then this person is thinking, oh, it's struggling so much, so much. It's struggling so much. Should I help? Shouldn't I help? And then in the last moment, it comes. Almost every whole body comes out. Only one part, one limb is inside, and it is struggling, struggling, struggling to come. It is not able to come, but it is struggling more and more and more, still not able to come. And this person is also little bit up and down, saying, okay, should I help? No. And then he goes, and that opens the cocoon. For a human being, it is so easy to open the cocoon. It opens the cocoon. The butterfly come out. It comes out, but that butterfly has a little swollen limb. Then it is not able to fly. That butterfly, it is on that leaf only, that tree only. It is still struggling to fly. Right? This person becomes very upset. Right? Because what happened here? What happened here? That person helped, but that whole process of coming of the cocoon was helping that butterfly to get rid of all the extra enzymes in the body. That limb was still swollen because those extra enzymes were still there, because that butterfly didn't complete that process of struggling. We have the same case. If we don't get purified by doing our activities, right, we will also have the same situations where we will not be free, we will be entangled. Yeah. So our activities we need to use for our purification. So many times the reason I told you this story is many times we think that struggle, why this struggle is there? Why can't Krishna help us remove all the struggle? He can do that. What he has to do? Just by his glance, whole material world is running, or all those 24 elements are provided by him. Right? Even one element is less in quantity and quality, material world will be different, will not be there. So he is providing everything. So for him to get rid of all our struggles, very easy, right? For him, he has to just think. He don't have to do anything, right? But why he is not doing that? If he does that, what will happen? Yes, the impurity will still remain. We will be same struggling like that butterfly, right? So whatever hurdles, whatever difficulties are coming in our life are actually opportunities for us. For what? For purifying ourselves, to going to the next level, right? To bring us up, right? We have a lot of struggles. We have struggle with each other. We have struggle with our kids. We have struggle in office. We have struggle with our relatives, right? So many struggles are there. What should we do for that, with that struggle? We should treat that as an opportunity. Opportunity for what? To purify ourselves, right? So many times it is clear, right, that okay, Krishna wants me to learn, but most of the time it is unclear, right? What we should do if it is unclear? Unclear means you are not able to see what Krishna wants me to learn. You see, I have so big problem, right? Now this is all material problem. Why Krishna wants me to go through this? So what that clarity, how we will get the clarity? Yes, prayer has a strong, very strong results. Prayers can give very strong power in prayers. If we cannot see, we pray to Krishna. Krishna, please bestow your mercy and tell me how can I see you in this situation? What you want me to learn in this situation? Pray more, right? Pray more. Prayers can be answered. It depends on the how much surrender we do, right? A few, like maybe couple of years back, we were just talking, and then there is one senior Vaishnava is there, senior devotee. He was telling this story, very nice story. Um, I don't know whether it is in Bhagavatam or no. So um, Rukmini actually um, is trying to serve Krishna. Krishna is nicely eating his prasadam, his boga, actually prasadam for us. But then he is little disturbed, and he is immediately going and running towards the door. Coming out from that, his lunch, and going running to the door. Rukmini is not able to understand why, and then he suddenly comes back and sits and eats again. Rukmini asks him, "What happened? You suddenly went, but you didn't came back." Then Krishna says, "No, one devotee, one my bhakta, was asking for me. He was praying to me." Then Rukmini asked, "What happened? You came back." So he said that bhakta, actually, he was in big trouble, right? He was in big trouble. People were trying to hit him, and then he is asking my help. that Krishna help me, Krishna help me. So I went to help him. And Rukmini again asked, then what? You didn't go to help. Right? Said, I came back because he lifted a stone and he is trying to protect himself. Right? So his surrender, right? His surrender, he was surrender, and then he is now saying, no, I have to save myself. Right? Just a story to understand. Right? Yeah, just to understand. That is correct. Yes. Yeah, he was devotee, Mataji. He was purified already. We have to do our work. Yes. He didn't tell. We don't know the situation, right? What we need to understand is surrender. Full surrender. You can I didn't say that. Yeah, that is main problem that we concentrate on the action. I said after that something more. What did I say? Yeah, no, but I said something. You're right. I said that now he is want to save himself, right? No, actually, you can act. You can act as a part of Krishna, right? You can do your dharma of taking that action of saving yourself, but not Krishna is not coming. Now I will do myself. Yeah, but there is a difference, right? In our consciousness, if we are thinking that I am doing this for Krishna, right? Take an example of Arjun, right? Take an example of Arjun. If he haphazardly kills everybody, right? He was most powerful, right? Then he could have got this same verse what we are having, the sinful reaction he will have. Correct? Correct? She did everything. She did everything. Correct. Krishna help. But so that is what I'm saying too. That depending on our surrender. Yeah, if we have that, we can do that. If that much purity we have, but I didn't, I don't have that much purity. No, no, I'm saying why I said I cannot say for everybody. So because what happens, there is a difference. The difference is we having complete dependence on Krishna. Then we can do that. But we will, in the mind we are thinking, oh, I will get hurt. I will get hurt. What will happen next? If I, if I get hurt, if I die, what will happen next? All everything is coming in our mind, and we are not acting. It's dry renunciation, right? If you really want to renounce, you have to depend Krishna 100%. Yeah, yeah. Yes, correct. Chanted. He's just chanted. Not only that, he didn't thought bad about the person who is hitting them. Correct. So that is what I'm telling, right? This verse. What is the main thing of this verse? No, it is very practical. Why we are learning? Correct. Correct. Yes, that is what we shouldn't do unnaturally. Mhm. That is correct. But it is not right, right. It is not telling that. If you see the verse, right, the verse is telling exactly same thing what you said. What verse is saying? That abandoning attachment, act with body, mind, intelligence, even with the senses, only for the purpose of purification. It is not telling don't act. It is telling act. Even with your senses you act. For what? Say, take an example of anger, what you are saying. It is saying you do that. You shouldn't control as a dry renunciation. Okay? You should use everything for Krishna. So next verse will tell you what that everything is there. Mhm. No, see, right, right. So, but that is not purification. But that is not a purification. No, no. I think the whole concept is. I think you should come out of that concept, right? First thing is that we have to. Our main thing, main purification process is chanting. First thing. Everything else is what? We should do everything else to support chanting. Everything else we should stop. If you stop that and it is impacting your chanting, you shouldn't stop that. So what we are learning, why we are learning all this? Because this is most practical. Why it is practical? Because even if it is told in 5000 years back, the condition of Arjuna was such that he has to fight. Either he has to get killed or kill the persons or souls who he loves. Okay? If that works in that critical situation, it will work in our day-to-day situations. Do you have any critical situation then, Arjuna? Currently? You may have it. Mataji is saying yes, so yeah, yeah, right? Yes. That is correct. Actually, it will help because if you are purified, what will happen? Constitution position, yeah. Then what will happen? For what to your chanting? Quality will improve, isn't it? So isn't it helping to your for this yuga? Yeah, is chanting is going to help you everything. Only doing this we will be able to do, but it will take more time, more energy, more effort. Right? This is the way we should look into this. Right? There is a main medicine, and then there is what they call. They give some powerful medicines, and they give some other medicine which will help you not work, but the to increase the effectiveness. Right? For example, if they give you marks or anything, especially for kids, they do. Krishna's doctor, she does. She is very conventional. So when she gives amoxicillin or any other medicine, if he has infection, um, she gives what is that? Which is in the curd also. What do you call that? Acidophilus. Acidophilus. Yeah, acidophilus she gives. So what is acidophilus? Acidophilus is germs which are is in your intestine. It is in the lining which helps you to digest. But what happens? The amoxicillin, right? It doesn't understand. That is the problem with the medicines, right? It doesn't understand good bacteria, bad bacteria. It kills all the bacteria, right? So acidophilus again helps to set up in the intestine to help digestion, right? So everything, chanting is the biggest medicine, right? But we cannot just chant like Haridas Thakur. We have to act in our daily life. So what it is doing, what we are discussing, it is helping us to do our action in right consciousness, so that it will help us to purify, it will help in our chanting, it will help us purify, it will help in our chanting. Got it? Anyway we have to act. We saw in chapter 3, we saw in chapter 4, anyway we have to act. There is no way out from acting. So why not act by understanding? Why not act properly? Yes, one. We should act, yes. Pray, depend on Krishna. You pray as if everything is depend on Krishna. But you act as if everything is depend on you. Right? That means in full, more than 100%. Give your 100%. Right? Yeah. So the in the point in the story is that he actually forgot Krishna, and he is saying no, Krishna is not there, and he is trying to save himself. That is the issue. Let's complete one more verse and then we'll go. Is that okay? So going back just to connect. So 11, the verse 11 is purification, we do activities. So whatever we do, even if we talk with somebody, even we help something, even we do some activities, right? We should understand that is happening for our purification. If we can't understand, we should pray. Pray to Krishna, Krishna, how I can see you? Many times what happens, we have hurdle, we have a lot of pressure, we cannot see Krishna. Pray to him. If we cannot pray, pray Krishna so that we can pray. If we cannot see, then pray Krishna to see that thing clearly. Okay. So we'll go to next verse. Yeah, please. Correct. That is correct. Actually, I didn't understand the question. That is correct. Yeah, now I think I understood now. So you're saying if there are some hurdles coming in life, we have to pass through those hurdles, right? Yeah, because of karma, we have to pass through those hurdles, right? Now there are two ways to pass through hurdle. One is just pass through, saying, "Oh, what is this? All are miserable. Everything is miserable." Pass through it. Other way is to take this as an opportunity and try to come closer to Krishna, try to purify our self. Opportunity. That is correct. That is correct. Yes, everything can be used for that. Because if you see, the fundamental concept is right. Krishna is there, right? What Krishna wants? He wants everybody of us to come back. It's our decision. It's our it is our decision to stay here and enjoy. Right? So we came back, and we have to go through that to reach to Krishna. Yeah? Everybody okay? So let's quickly do this one verse. So verse 12, please repeat after me. This is the last verse in this particular section or series, 7 to 12 if you remember, which is telling about um, um, it's more related to how you act in akarma. Yeah, actually, yes, this whole chapter is that, but this part is specifically concentrated on your actions in akarma. These are activities doing without getting any reactions. Right? Yuktah karma phalam tvakta shantim apnoti naishtikam अयुक्त कामकारेण फले अकामकारेण फले शक्तो निबध्यते. Translation and purpose by Srila Prabhupada. The steadily devoted soul attains unadulterate peace because he offers the result of all activities to me. Whereas a person who is not in union with the divine, who is greedy for the fruits of his labor, becomes entangled. Anybody wants to read purport? So this verse is specifically comparing between the one who is attached and one who is unattached, right? So what happens if you see that it says the steadily devoted soul attains unadulterated peace because he offers the result of all activities to me, whereas a person who is not in union with the divine, who is greedy for the fruits of his labor, becomes entangled. Right? So what happens? The person who is attached, right? What happens to that person? The person who is attached is entangled. Yes, getting reaction. Right? So how we so we know that we don't have to get attached. So how we will get unattached? Right? Let's conclude with that. How we can get unattached? Okay. Right. But if we go a little deeper in that, what happens? That whatever work we are doing, right, always we have that something which we want for ourselves. Isn't it? Isn't it? So one way is stop that, right? No, no, I shouldn't think. Is there other way? What is the other way? Correct. Yes, that is what I wanted to emphasize here, right? How we can bring Krishna in everything. Correct. Everything, not only this action, everything in our life. So for everything, we should try to bring Krishna. It will not come naturally. Actually, it is a natural position of soul, but we are in unnatural situation. So that's the reason we have to do that purposefully, right? We have to do that. So whenever we meet devotees, we have to take Krishna's name, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. We have to do always that, right? Correct. Correct. That is correct. So, yeah. That is what I'm saying. I'm saying other way around we should think. For that only I'm saying we have to purposefully bring Krishna every time. So how you can bring? There are many ways to bring Krishna. So that is what we should do to bring Krishna. As you said, when we get up, we should have Krishna's photo in front of us. Right? When we go to from one room to other room, we should have Krishna's pastime related photos, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's photos, or Krishna's devotees photos. Right? When we come up, we in the morning we should keep some kirtan running in the background. We can do all these things, right? Run lecture continuously in the background. If you hear, that is good. Even if you don't hear, internally there may be something which you are hearing still. Okay? Get yourself involved in activities related to Krishna. Get yourself involved in temple activities. Get yourself involved in Bhakti Vriksha activities. At least once a week we can do some activity which is not for ourselves, but it is directly related to Krishna. We can do sevas, we can get our name in the weekly seva or monthly seva. Right? In the house also, whenever we greet each other, we should greet with Krishna's name. You can greet your wife, your husband, Hare Krishna. Your son, you can say, son or daughter, you can say Hare Krishna while greeting. All these things you can get yourself involved with Krishna in this. We have Dun machine also, so if you don't have, then you can continuously run, because nowadays so many things are available, laptop, MP3 players, you can continuously run many things. Even in iPhone, and that day Sunil Prabhu was showing me that chanting, what was that? You were showing me the chanting iPhone application was there. So even Hare Krishna mantra, I think I mantra, I think some application is there. It is continuously run. So wherever you do,